We pick up Masicka's story in 2013, surfing the wave of his mixtape Go Hard and Done, which had created a buzz for him both at home and abroad. With people beginning to take note of his talent, he kept focus, not resting on his laurels. He knew he still had a long way to go to get that big break. He would continue to drop songs like Karma.
Let me tell you about Karma. You see what goes around, let me tell you about Karma. It comes right back around, let me tell you about Karma.
And Me's Alive.
Money stop make some me nah itch for give no help. Nah, buy no gun for me killing myself. Nah, brighter day, brighter way. Me see them a traffic gun, them a reach for knife. Still I see I son, Me's Alive.
The latter being inspired by the birth of his son. Masicka was showcasing that he could switch it up, slow it down, showing balance within his music. This is one of the beauties of dancehall music that makes it so respected around the world. The music being authentic, being diverse, being relatable, catering to people, giving the voiceless a voice. But post 2010, the music, in my opinion, was changing. After the last Great War, you couldn't just come with all-out lyrics and win the day. From the top down, artists needed to adapt to this change in what people were gravitating to. Vybz Kartel himself is a good example of this. At the start, people laughed when Vybz Kartel tried to sing J, but he saw and predicted where the music was going. To me, that's why Mavado had so much success and managed to make a name for himself and thrive after the last Great War. Dancehall was changing, and only those who had the formula, the knowledge to crack the code, would be successful. Masicka saw this, but in my opinion, took an oath to the dancehall gods to try and remain as authentic as possible whilst being current and kicking into the big leagues. Masicka's freestyle would become stuff of legends. As a fan at the time, you felt like someone in the know, especially because you found this artist and knew with time you would rise to the top and you would be there to tell people that I told you so. Freestyles like Sad Dog.
Tell them a rapid me fire, they shotting me fire, me strapping them clapping like an in the choir. Cannot even prayer, cannot heal them gaya. Them chatting some liar when machine gun fire. Blood washing skin look like when matches burn tire. Just by the strap me call that the umpire. Anytime it rise boy, how?
Paint the city red.
Step with the rifle, it rise it and clap. Your life by your back, inside full of shot. Me ride up on the men's bicycle stop. Be a laugh at the bicycle, ice pick attack. Rip cage, pop.
Crazy. His underground following began to grow. Overground. Masicka then made links with dancehall businessman Corey Todd, who became his manager. Corey, using his links he had built in the music and having worked with Vybz Kartel and Beenie Man, seemed a good choice for both parties. For one, Masicka was getting the backing and management he needed to push his career forward, and Corey would get a talented prospect without the egos of working with an already established artist. They decided to sign a deal with Subconscious Music, where the focus would be on marketing, promotion, and high quality visuals, with Masicka bringing his talent and versatility and that hardcore edge to the Subconscious brand. Everything was going to plan, with Masicka collaborating with Conscience and dropping his second mixtape called The Sick Tape. The Sick Tape was an excellent body of work where Masicka's sick flow lyrically amazed fans, effortlessly sharing his colorful experience with the listeners in a way that was easily understood, felt, and enjoyed. He steadily acquired new fans from across the genre due to his versatility in his sound, and the mixtape increased his exposure with the local dancehall scene and internationally via the internet, with songs like Heaven catering to the females.
Tonight, your pillow on my shoulder. Do you want rum and you want the loving sober? Me stand up, me a soldier. La 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 la. La 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 la. Your love feel like heaven,
but still keeping his hardcore sound with freestyle like Honest.
This split me light up this morning, make me speak in Spanish. With the eagle, guess what me do? Me make people vanish. Be a girl boss and me evil, me liar, me never keep me promise.
Type of way.
Me have me gun, one waist, y'all a jump and brace. That's how we do it down in Jamaica. Me body bumbo real. If them this me cut burn pen, we a go rise the day.
And the baddest.
Shut up, make the gun from over Portmore Street. Lyrically man sick like 4 feet. Dance all of less artists and more freak. Cartel punch out ninja man gold teeth. Cartel punch out ninja man gold teeth. Cartel punch out ninja man gold teeth. Me no boy can beat, me no grow weak. Idiot when me say bread and no whole wheat. Had the money where we get off at tour seat. Girl want pull up me bed, come me close me. Some boy you live hard when the urban Mondays. That we bad for the whole league. Them here bang bang think a cheap thief. Rang bang one dan. And me brother named Crown Beat. Me never fall with Gully or Gaza. Fi get the bus fast and me roll with me own clique. No for them boy they just say the hype. If I never bounty or call tell them don't eat.
Songs like Prayer and Get a Life would balance the badness with the consciousness. He would also come to drop Born Killer. At that point in time, it would come to be one of his biggest songs.
All them a talk with a blood clot killer, and me a go dead with my finger on the trigger. Me gun there you know, anything me say me a go dead with my finger on the trigger. General like those rascal touch a mill.
The Story Part 1 also followed in that year, 2014, and Part 2 dropped a few months after. This would go down in history, and to this day, fans are still asking for Part 3, which recently news has circulated about its release this year. I'll be dropping a video about the Puffy and Tyler story, so look out. Things at Subconscious began to go downhill, with Masicka hearing on the grapevine that Donia was telling selectors not to voice him. He went on an all-out assault, dropping the track The Truth, sending for Idonia and the J.O.P.
She got precise thinking, brain jumpy. Grand spend fire 16 and pumpy. This who me, pussy all you a junkie. Countless dopey man making a the country. Welcome, ready for bleach like cartel rat.
DeMarco would pen a song dissing the entire Subconscious movement. Masicka would once again ride out to defend the musical group. All for one and one for all, right? No. Masicka felt betrayed by Subconscious head honcho Conscience and released Loyalty, explaining that he left before the played full, saying it wasn't about the money, it was more about the principle and loyalty. Conscience would take offense and release a video explaining and later making an onstage interview appearance to explain his side fully, with Masicka doing the same.
Masicka is here right now, right here on stage to answer. Masicka.
Yeah, man, bless you, Prince.
Well, we've got to start with that answer, sir.
All right, first of all...
With that question. So go ahead and answer,
first of
sir.
all, I promise myself I'm really and truly not going to do no more interview about the whole Conscience situation, but...
You've done a lot, have you?
Yeah, we've done a few, and we don't want people to think that Masicka is an ungrateful person. You know what I mean?
So you're grateful for what he did for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can start the interview and say big up Conscience. At the end of the day, big up Conscience.
Well,
you know
that's
what I mean?
good. That's a good way to start.
But there's a thing where you have a thing named loyalty.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And in an organization, as a team, that are the first thing. You have to be loyal to each other. In the sense where I was in a feud with Idonia. You know what I mean? This was where the problem had started. And Conscience really never showed any loyalty at all, in that he had kept a treat and invited Idonia to the treat. When we do this song, he was one of the members them that said, all right then, this is the plan. We are going to do this and we are going to execute it.
Yes.
And this is going to get done. You know what I mean? And when everything happened, he bailed out.
So he switched on you?
Yeah. We never just get up and leave Subconscious. If you listen to the song, I say, I cut before the plate full.
So that is at the heart of the dispute?
Well, it's not the heart of the dispute, you know what I mean? But we don't really want to get in at everything, but that's one of the reasons why I say, if me go stand up for Subconscious,
yes,
and the leader now stand up for me, then it really and truly don't make no sense. Because I could have stick around if me that try benefit from Conscience career. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Masicka not really boss. Masicka not boss big. But the streets know the thing and people know the thing. But
so some other things were going on previously. But when Idonia, your enemy, turned up at...
Musical enemy.
Your musical enemy turned up at Conscience treat, you were surprised to see
No, I never went to the treat, you know.
You didn't
no.
You heard?
Yeah.
So at that time you were in a feud with Conscience already?
No, that's the thing.
So why you didn't go to the...
Exactly, me get the news say Conscience invite them to the treat. Yeah, and Conscience never invite me to the treat as a Subconscious artist.
Oh, you didn't?
No, but when I really take that personally, you know, then I mean, but it just shows that them not have no loyalty. As I say, and in even a recent interview, Conscience come and say, him know my son. Conscience don't know my son. Conscience has never seen my child. You know what I mean? So I just some little thing where people might not understand and might not get because they might listen to Conscience story, and Conscience is a bigger dancehall artist than Masicka. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, no loyalty never did. And really and truly, 95% of the work done for my career was done by Corey Todd.
Masicka last week. He is no longer part of your Subconscious music.
Yeah.
Why so?
I think differences in direction. You understand? it is being presented from Masicka's point of view as a loyalty issue. But we can just lay it out on the table right now. Him say, me invite Idona to Kid Street and invite Popcorn to Kid Street, and he's actually feuding with these artists.
Okay.
Seeing Idona the feud, I know about it. You understand? I know everything. So I'm not gonna go on like I don't know about it and go on like I was against it. Because from my point of view, it's lyrical confrontation. Nothing wrong with that in a dancehall music. You understand? So I did okay the feud. The last time I talked to Idona was, I think, in January. We were in a parking lot. We're not friends like that where we link up regular, but we have respect for each other where if we cross paths. You understand? That was the last time. Popcorn, I see Popcorn more often on the road too. I never know say Masicka and Popcorn have nothing. But even if them have issues, if me I keep a Kids Street and me reach out to Idona and reach out to Popcorn for come be a part of it, that is no business of Masicka. You understand? This is something between me and the kids them. I don't care what
So
going between Masicka.
why didn't you? He says you didn't reach out to him.
I'm gonna reach out to Idona for the treat. I'm gonna reach out to Popcorn. Popcorn and Dario are good friends. I'm in Europe. I'm come back today. The Kid Street keep tomorrow. I didn't call anybody from Subconscious. I never called Dario, Delos, Javad, Tamal, nobody. But all of them show up because whose show is it? It's mine.
Okay.
So just out of respect, everybody just forward. And even if it was a case where I did invite these artists, them artists are giant in the music. And I'm not going to make a simple lyrical confrontation between them and Masicka prevent me from doing something that will benefit
Children.
the kids. I'm not like say money may I look, I invite them or a friend may I look.
Okay, got you. So those are the big reasons why there is a split?
I think he's a good artist, a great artist.
Okay.
You understand? I bring him on your program to introduce him to the world. So you know, so I believe.
Did you do anything for him? Subconscious, you think?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. We premiered videos here. You understand? With the CD promotion, all right. I did nothing for him. I only did songs, videos, physically carry him and pass out CDs with my hand and carry, make him pass out CDs. Okay. Email him songs to DJs and email the videos to TV programs, do collaborations. But I don't do nothing for him though.
Okay. Do you still have a relationship with Corey Todd?
We're trying to close out the business relationship that we have. Finally. I may have a little struggle with it, but it'll get done.
Masicka would clap back at DeMarco with Can't Frighten and explain on stage that at Sting, he would be ready for anything, anyone. Alkaline, Tommy Lee, Dog Bite, Was Sting, anything.
Space.
All right then. We not go get up and put on an act. As I say, as me tell you now, Masicka is not a controversial work, but me believe in a talent and talent doing the work. You know what I mean? That's why I look up to certain artists. If I realize the business gone to where people become clown, or you have to be a clown for boss right now. You know what I mean? So,
But you're deliberately dissing
DeMarco.
DeMarco.
The Marsha.
Why?
Yeah. All right. The Marsha did this song for the entire Subconscious. You see me? Right as I was about to leave. Then I mean, when diss me, call me Mosquito, say Mosquito this or this and that. So you don't know my thing as a street artist.
Oh, so he was going after the entire Subconscious crew.
Yeah.
And you take offense because you were then a part of Subconscious.
So I defend the thing.
Okay.
You see me? And show the marker say, him not lyrically better than Masicka, no time.
So him call up your name in
so you just have to straighten it out and make him know, say, you're small, yet lyrically. You know reach that level there yet lyrically.
So it sounds like you could take on a clash at Sting.
Yeah, man, right now.
You would?
Right now.
Yeah?
Right
so
now.
If I know Conscience wouldn't be in a clash. And nobody
Move the clash Conscience still.
Okay, so but if the mark already, you would do a clash with him?
Right now, right on stage, right here, so right now.
Really?
Right, yes, sir.
Okay, well, the mark of the call is out for you, sir.
Me get up and do this song for the marker. It not gonna really benefit my career in any way. You know what I mean? But him do this song and me know personally the marker. no bad lyrically, nowhere near bad lyrically. And I mean, the marker try the Vibes Cartel. So we have to just get up and straighten it out and make him know say. Sit one side.
All right, Masicka. It sounds like you were in the wrong camp, you know, because conscience, don't want anything now work with subconscious, because you sound like you should be in the same camp as D-Man and the man.
No, man.
A clash camp, you mean?
No, man, what kind of D-Man? No, sir. Big up God every time, man. No D-Man to the thing, man. Yeah, man.
You know a D-Man?
No, man, what kind of D-Man?
So you know rate Tommy Lee?
Me rate every artist.
Yes.
From you do the music,
You rate it.
and you love dancing. Yeah, but me not the fool in the show, them, I joke thing them I did, a circus them out.
Yes, give me a comment, because you sound very outspoken right now. Give me a comment. Comment for me on, so you just commented on Tommy Lee. Comment for me on Alkaline. What about Alkaline? What's your view on Alkaline? You
Alright.
rate him?
Personally, Alkaline is a talented DJ, but him for just accept the fact that him live in a Vibes Cartel shadow and him a try be Vibes Cartel.
Okay.
And I mean, and him still now come and say him a try be Vibes Cartel. As I say, me no rate Alkaline still. The music bad, but the type of thing them when him sing about as a youth from the street and as a youth we grow in the street and know the street. And that's something with me really I go get up and real for. And I mean, cause we's a street youth.
Gage.
Clown, man. Them I tell you, as I tell you, a circus still. Cause Gage a clown, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
So, well, I don't know. So what if he wants to clash you? The both of you are on sting. If he wants to clash you, would you clash him?
Winford, right now. On
Really?
that stage, right, yes, sir.
DeMarco would come to say his piece, saying he had no time for Masicka.
Listen, look, welcome.
I got my boss.
It's good to have you, sir. Congrats on your big year, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Big year for you, 2014. So what's going on, first of all, though, with Masicka?
Who?
Masicka. What? You don't know that name?
Where you be, Wagwan?
Yes. Is there a real feud going on here?
Which who? Him?
Yeah.
For what?
It's not worth it.
No, sir.
You don't see him?
There's levels to this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you won't take him on then?
For what reason?
You won't clash him?
For what reason? It's almost like, yo, I'm like a Panamera versus a kingfish. Come on.
Really?
Half a tree wire. Half a tree clock wire.
He's not worth it.
No, sir.
So, but who, give me an example of who you would...
Hold on. Checking out for Chick V, you know, Masicka them. God no.
Okay, so the viewers may not understand that. Let me explain.
Masicka destroyer, we need some of them. You know.
That is what he's calling
Yeah.
Masicka, a mosquito. Okay, that is what all that was about.
You know what Corey need for do? Corey need to invest in a product, like how Corey invest in a product for conscience, but for Masicka, and call it, it's like a nylon card for fishermen, and say Masicka's nylon. Hard to bust. You see me? Can you go a nylon card hard for bust? You see me? Call it Masicka's nylon. Hard to bust. Yeah, man. You know, see all madman a crawl out a gully and a bus.
But now you trouble the man first.
Me?
The man in our song. You know this him in our song.
Listen to me.
The man conscience.
Winford, listen to me.
Eh.
If you can go up on YouTube and check, a years now, this person, this aspiring artist, calling up my name in a whole heap of song. I remember saying I have song of this, everybody in the industry, you know, and nobody now look for him.
At Sting 2014, Masicka and DeMarco would end up clashing, but not on stage, with DeMarco performing first, after which Masicka ran out and did a full set dedicated to finishing DeMarco. Masicka later claimed that he was supposed to perform before DeMarco, which would have made more sense. With DeMarco nowhere to be found, Masicka's set seemed pointless, leaving some fans wishing he would have just sang his songs and adapted on spot, seeing that the clash was out of the question. A kerfuffle went down backstage between the two artists' entourage.
As in, first of all, we want to apologize to the people in the patient and spend them card earning money. As in, I say, for come taking the show. That's the first thing. But, you know, say, Gusto Booman perform, and I mean, which the marker supposed to perform after me. You know, when Russian performance, I end up perform before me. So, anyway, we still go out there. We share, the stage and we go outside and the VIP party. You know the normal setting. So anyway, we see the guy down the forward also. We're there and him walk past and so same time I see him go to now and come back with about 40 man. Don't know me about 17, 15 people today. So anyway, man, take time to attack and we go to boom and seal it up. Him give me a lion pan and say, no man, everything I'm music, man. You see me? After that, no. Then come back again. You see me? And reason and chat and whatever. And I don't know if you tell you, see like a friend and whatever. About a little shuffling start and tone start fling and the place just get busy. You see me? But you know when people feel like we initiate nothing at all. You see me? I don't know if they never want to take it lyrical, so them can't manage lyrical, then not try something physical.
Yeah, people, and that's it. Tune in for the final installment, the final episode in the Masicka's story so far. This would be entitled The Breakout. Please support the movement by subscribing to the channel. That's it for today, folks. It's been that reggae boy. Peace. I'm out.